Hi everyone and welcome to my place. Today it is about requests. I've had many requests from people asking, Astar, what kind of flowers or colours or textures do you use into a vase that is heavily coloured or heavily embellished? Now I also want to tell you that these kind of vases, they're starting to come back into the world of floral design. I absolutely love them. So this is the design I'm going to do, but what I now want to do is to unpick it and go back to the beginning, because there have been also many requests on how to create a vase like this if you don't have one that's heavily coloured and embellished. And I love these vases. They are fantastic. So give me a moment to unpick everything and then I'll be back to walk you through. 1 minute. Now we have been here before, but for those who haven't seen the end bit, let me talk you through it. This is what I do when I have a glass vase that I break the end of. I get a couple of blocks of wood, I drill a hole in the center. If you're not quite sure how to do that, you know, the boys at the hardware or the homeware store, if you're very pleasant and smile nicely, they will do it for you. The next thing you need to do, once you've got your blocks and you've got your vase all trimmed, you need to get this lovely stuff here called liquid no nails. It is the best stuff that was ever invented. It's better than a glue gun when it comes to construction work. You can get that at your hardware or your homeware store. Once you have done that, hold on, I'll just get rid of this because we don't want that in the road. Once you have done that, it is a matter of painting it. You can paint it whatever colour you like. I've painted this black to give you an indication of just to give you a visual of how I got from this different shaped vase, but it's still a nice vase, to this. Once you get to here, you can embellish it. And we all know about these transfers. These are great. You just cut them to shape and then you just roll them onto the side of your vase. Right, get rid of that, and you can see the tutorials and how I did that. There's lots of little things where I've done that. Okay, the next is to embellish it. Now I managed to find a lovely lady who makes ceramic flowers. If you're keen and wanting to know where I got them, just direct message me to my Instagram and I will give you her name and number. She does live here in New Zealand, but she is able to send worldwide, and the people that she has sent them to, they've all arrived in safe time. Now the other thing, safe and sound is what I'm trying to say. Now underneath the back of these you will find a little hole, and they also come with wires so that you can have these to as long or as short as desired. To fix the wire, and it's easy to cut, it's just a matter of cutting that to there, like knife and butter, getting your liquid no nails, and I just take this bit here off, and I just did this, just go into there and just get a little bit of that glue out. And this comes in either a brownie colour that looks like wood, or it comes clear like this. I like the clear base, and then it's just a matter of pushing that into there, set it down and walk away for 24 hours and it will set hard. Hold on, let me just put the lid on this because you don't want too much oxygen getting into here. And then what I did was I just got a screwdriver and I screwed little holes into there, did it again, put the end into the liquid no nails, and then just stuck it down into the little holes that I've made. And I think that is a beautiful vase. And the other thing that I like about this is I could put a pot plant into that and it looks very nice. I can put water into here and fresh flowers, or I can do a mixed media arrangement. I can just do whatever I want, or I could put a topiary ball onto the top of that and it can just sit being something beautiful to look at. Okay, now give me a minute to strike this, and then I'm going to show you how to solve the problems with what flowers do you put into something that's got all these colours and all of these textures. Give me a moment. Right, what flowers to put into that? I've got black, which is the dominant colour. I've got little bits of cream, I've got red, and I've got these pinky tones down here. The reason I used the pink into this is because I wanted to take this down a little, and I wanted these flowers to just look like they were part of the picture. Green is your best friend. So I've just got a little piece of a piece of fern. So I'm just going to put that into there, and then on the other side of that, crossing those over, I'm going to put that there. Now I could be using floral foam, but the organic foam that you can buy, I can't get it in the country at the moment. So if you can find it, I just whack that in with some of the organic biodegradable foam. I don't like the other one. I don't think it's good for the environment. Right, I've also got some cream into here. So I have got some hanging amaranthus, which I'm now going to put into there, and that is going to fall down. So the eye is going to see this creamy bit here, the creamy bit here, and then the eye is going to whiz over to the side. And I want this design to look like I've just been to the garden and I've brought them in. The other thing when you're using the amaranthus is it likes to grow and it likes to fall. So when placing it into a design, the best way to place it is so that it can fall out. Now, don't forget that that is just turned over into there, so I have to be very careful. So let me just turn that around so that you can look at it. So the more green you can put into your design, the better it's going to be, because the green is your balancing, harmonizing, connective color that just keeps everything all nice. It also acts as a stage in which to have the flowers looking wonderful. Now we've got all of this green up here, but we don't have any green coming down the sides. Just a couple of pieces of ivy is all I am going to use. Ivy, don't forget, has a life of its own, so when you're placing it into your design, let it fall in whichever way it wants to. I'm also doing this so that it has no back on it, but I still need to put just a little few flowers at the back. The next to go in are going to be green hydrangeas, and with the green hydrangeas I'm going to use some of the white snowball. Now we've got a little white, we've got a hanging white, so you've got two different forms to help diffuse the diffuse the colors. So into here we've got some whites and creams, up into here we've got some creams and pinks that reflect through. We've got this beautiful hanging amaranthus coming down. Let's now put in some green, and also we've got this big bald shape of the hydrangea, so they're going to go into there, just at different lengths, some a little bit higher, some are just a little bit lower, just like so. And then putting the snowballs in, it's another lovely little round form. Now I've only got 3 of those, so I've got 4, so I'm going to put one there, one over to that side. Let me just show you where we're going now. Oh yeah, looking very nice. And if you wanted to, you can put one to the back or bring one a little bit higher into your design like that, so that it steps through. With that, I've now got some beautiful white roses, and I've got these beautiful pinky roses. Now these come back into what's happening down here, and also it shades, tones and tints of the primaries that I've got into my vase. So let's put the whites in first. So I'm going to put one into there. Let's bring one over to, there, and then I have to see where I'm going now. Where is my beginning and where is my end? Oh, there we go. And one over and into there, like so. So there's my front there, and I'm actually deciding that I don't want that there. I'm going to take that out for now, and now I've got 2 pink ones. So let's make those my focal. So I'll have one into there, one into there, and if you need to, you can just ever so gently pull those up, and I thought I might like that to go up and into the middle. So there we have flowers to complement your container, but you can still visually see the lovely details on your vase, which is a statement on its own, but it doesn't, and the flowers don't dominate that, so they all go together into what I call still life. I hope you've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed solving some more of your design issues. Any issues, just drop me a direct message to Astar's Place at Instagram and I'm here to help. See you again.